Welcome to Solo Marvel Champion. If you're new here, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today is the third game in the recent series. This is Wasp against Taskmaster and Expert. Wasp came in third on my poll for the next heroes I played, so this is the last one in that poll of three. We're going to go right into setup. 1A, of course, tells us to put Hydra Patrol out and put the captives aside. Give them a shuffle. Just like in the previous two games, when I defeat captured by Hydra, I'm just going to take that top one off rather than sliding one under that side scheme. Let's shuffle Taskmaster and deal an encounter card. And then shuffle me. Really like to see Ingenuity while I'm down here. I'd like to see Moon Girl or Nick. Nick actually takes care of a lot for me when he first comes in. Generally speaking with Nick, you're going to draw the 3 cards, but if I can get him first turn, I'm going to play him and allow him to remove 3 or 2 from a scheme. And then when that regular comes in, I will attack that regular. That is the plan for Nick. That's not always the plan for Nick, but it is on turn 1 against Taskmaster for me. Ingenuity is great to see. There's Nick. There's a honed technique, which could be really important as well, especially with something like Clobber. 2, 3, 4. I think what I end up doing here, I'm not even going to mulligan. I'm just going to keep this. Use those to play Nick. But then I can't do my plan. If I use these to play Nick, I want to be able to draw cards for Ingenuity. But my plan is to have him remove the 2 and then attack the regular. So I have to think about what I want to do. I think I am just going to play 4 for Nick, draw the 3 cards like you normally do. I was going to say I'd love to see a double there. And there's Moon Girl. Unfortunately, I don't have the resources I need for Moon Girl to draw me any cards. So I'm going to use the 2 for Ingenuity. Let's go ahead and shuffle that honed technique back into the deck. Flip up to Tiny. When I do that, I take 0 damage. That's fun. Nick is going to knock that out. When defeated, I'll go find a Hydra regular and put them into play. Then I will use Ingenuity and Moon Girl to clobber him. Now I have defeated a minion, so Tiny says I get to deal 1 damage to the villain. And then she'll take that one off. Professor X is going to be really good here. Ooh, but I might get the technique down now. Getting the technique doesn't help me if I don't have any aggression cards in hand, so I need to do Professor X. That's going to allow me to go back down. 1 goes on, and then this forced response says take a damage or put an additional on. Taskmaster is attacking and Nick blocks. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I get 2 encounter cards. Hydra regular who incites and reflexes. Those reflexes are not terrible because I can attack for 1, which knocks them off, and then I only take 1 damage. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for Professor X, who confuses. We'll go ahead and take out that threat. Then I'll use those 2 for Red Room Training. We'll flip down to Alter Ego. I'm going to shuffle that Double and Moon Girl back into the deck. I think now, though, I've got both of my own techniques in discard. No, just one. Let's ready and draw. Pinpoint Strike is nice, especially with that. But then I've got that Moon Girl to take a look at as well. One goes on. He's confused. He schemes for 1. I get another Reflexes. Professor X is gone. Let's go ahead and shuffle Professor X and Nick back into the deck. Now I need to play Moon Girl and play a Pinpoint. If I can play Moon Girl and get all the draw, I can play Pinpoint. So I'm going to do Mental, Mental, Mental. For Moon Girl, that draws me 3. Okay. That Face the Past is interesting too. Beetle is an easy minion to defeat. But I don't think I'm going to do that. At least not right now. Let's put this in. It only has 2, and if Master Plan comes in and racks that up, I'm not real worried about it. So, not a big deal. What I do need to do now is I want to flip up to Tiny. Yeah, I do want to flip up to Tiny and attack for 1. That knocks off. Oh, when I flip up, I take 0 damage. I attack for 1. That knocks that off, and I take 1 damage. Now I can do 1, 2, 3 for Pinpoint Strike. And since I'm tiny, it deals an additional damage and overkill. So that is 8 with overkill. There's 2, and 6 is 8. I chase that down, and since I defeated a minion, he takes 1 damage. Moon Girl is going to attack for 2. I'm just going to leave this set until I feel I need it. Let's ready. 2, 3, 4, 5. One goes on, plus 1 more. He's attacking, and Moon Girl blocks. 2, 3, 4. And I get 1 encounter card. There's Master Plan. That puts 4 on that side scheme. Rapid growth. Well, before I rapid growth, let's pay 2 for Wasp Sting. That's going to deal 5. Now, I can do both. I'm going to thwart 1, but use Precision Strike to play Rapid Growth. When I use one of my basic powers, flip to Giant. Add 2 to that ability. So I thwarted for 1. I'm adding 2, making it 3. I'm going to take 2 off of there and 1 off of here. Then I'm going to pay 1 for Precision Strike. It's going to deal 2 damage, and if it defeated the enemy, I heal 2. He's defeated, 17 hit points, and a tough. Let's ready. Now I also have Retaliate. He doesn't have a tough. He has an additional encounter card. 3, 4, 5 is interesting. I've got 2 Pim particles in there, which might change things quite a bit for me. 1 goes on, +1. He's attacking for 3. I'm going to defend for 3, and I do have Retaliate, so he takes the damage. It's 3, 4, 5. I do take 2. I get 2 encounter cards. 2 Hydra Soldiers. I really need to... not be exhausted here, though. This is what's going to slow me down. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. This heals me 2. For melee, deal 3, deal 3. Then, do I go ahead and flip all the way down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This could go up as much as 9, which would be really close. It takes it to 11 of 12. I don't need recovery. I'm going to flip down. I'm going to use that to shuffle that and Moon Girl back into the deck. Hope I don't scheme out here. And get rid of that giant help and draw 5. Well, that gives me Moon Girl. Although Psylocke might be better. 1 goes on. He schemes for 3, 4. That goes up to 7. These each scheme for 1, taking it up to 9. Surge and Exhaust. That is my least favorite card, I think. If I get another one of these. That's not good. That represents 3 more encounter cards. So now, do I play Psylocke? Well, I can play Psylocke and Moon Girl. That's the smart way, right? 1, 2, 3. It's mental, mental, mental for Moon Girl, who draws me 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 for Psylocke, who has 2 counters. Then, do I go ahead and flip up? I'm going to have the blocker in Moon Girl. I'm going to have a blocker in Ironheart. So I'm going to flip up to Tiny. When I do, of course, I take 3 damage. Then I'm going to use Pim Particles and giant help to play Ironheart. Ironheart draws me a card, and Pin Particles draws me a card as well. There's Nick and Professor for next turn. I can't attack Taskmaster, but I can get rid of 2 of these and end up with 3 encounter cards, or that threat is bothersome. Let's have Ironheart take 1 of them out and get a card. And then we're going to take 4 off of here. I'm going to hold on to both of these. Let's ready. Okay. I should be able to get both of these down. Nick and Professor X. So, 1 goes on, and I will let another. He's attacking for 3, and Ironheart blocks. That's 3. And if I'm in hero form, take a damage. Ironheart is gone. These are each attacking me for 2, and I'm going to take both of them. That's 4 damage, taking me down to 3. I get 2 encounter cards. Shadow of the Past is Beetle, and this thing, which can literally just sit here. Oh, I actually misread this before. As an additional cost, for each hero to make a basic attack, they must spend a resource. Yeah, I can't let that sit there. That's that. These get shuffled in. And then I get 1 more encounter card. Assault. He attacks again, so there goes Moon Girl. 3, 4. Okay, I need to get rid of these soldiers because they have guard. Now she has guard as well. So 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Now here's the question. Yeah, because I want to flip down. So yeah, he'll draw me 3. And I need those 3 to play Professor X. Although a pinpoint strike right now is good too. With a chase them down. This is actually tough. Professor X gives me the confuse and lets me flip down. If I do that to play Professor X, take 2 off of here. Three for Professor X, who confuses. and takes 3 off of here. Then it's a waste of Psylocke. Actually, I think Nick doesn't take 2 off of here. He takes the 2 off of here. That allows me to basic attack with Wasp. That knocks him out. I chase them down to take 2 off of there. Get an extra encounter card. Still have 2 guards. And I could confuse, but also do I just stay up this turn since I have both Nick and Professor X? I'm going to get another encounter card. I'm getting 3 encounter cards. Surely one of those is going to be an extra attack. I'm just going to stay up. These extra guards really screwed my turn. Well, that melee is good. It's another 3 and 3. If I can get a Hone Technique out, that'll be 6 and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 goes on, plus 1 more. He's attacking and Nick blocks. That's 2. That's 3, 4. Nick is gone. Soldier attacks and Professor blocks. Professor is gone. And I take 1 from Beetle. I get 3 encounter cards. Red Dreams, flip down and exhaust to get rid of this. It means I'm not going to be able to recover. Captured by Hydra has 5. This surges. Surge Reveal is 2 more. Caught Off Guard gets rid of this. This surges. Incite 1. And I'm not in hero form. Messy, messy, messy. Okay. Now we're in that scary situation again where I only have 2 hit points and I can't flip up. So these cards I have don't matter. Shuffle Professor and Nick back in. Just go 4 for Ant-Man. And he's just going to take 2 off of the main. It's ready. Okay. 1 goes on. He can't, 2 goes on. He can't scheme. They each scheme, taking it up to 7. 1 encounter card, Incite 1, and again, I'm not a hero. So that's 8 of 12. I'm just not going to be able to get enough threat off of there. I can get... And nothing here is going to thwart. It really depends on what that top card is. If this is a boost of 2 or 3, I lose. Let's shuffle these into the deck. I don't think I have endurance in this deck. That's a problem. I should have endurance. And I think we just need to... I think I just need to go for it. I'm just going to flip up, and I'm going to flip up to Giant. When I do, I take 3 damage. And that's game. Now this deck has won against Taskmaster. I actually went 2-0 with it, or 3-0 with it before recording. I don't have endurance in this deck, though. I really need endurance, and maybe even downtime. But that's game. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you lose. But like I said, this deck has won against Taskmaster in Expert several times leading up to this recording. So let me know what you would have done differently. Let me know what mistakes I made. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.